Okay, guys, one of the biggest questions that we get, especially very, very early on when we first start talking to folks about building a house, is what does the word allowance mean in reference to our process and how we build and what is expected of our homeowner? In general terms, an allowance is it's a dollar amount for a construction category that is directly impacted by your selection and what you want. So think plumbing fixtures, light fixtures, appliances, the things that you pick out, flooring, the things that as a custom builder, my job is to make sure that we get the correct thing out there, what you want, and we get it installed correctly. But as a homeowner, it's your job to pick those things out. So at the pre-construction stage, our job is to make sure that the number we put into your proposal that's going to go into your price is as accurate as possible. So what we do is, while we are putting the hard numbers together on the bricks and the sticks and the nails and the labor of your plan, we have you get with our designer and pick everything out. You're going to pick out your flooring, you're going to pick out your countertops, you're going to pick out your light fixtures, your plumbing fixtures, your appliances. You're going to pick all the things out, your door hardware, all the things that you have to select during the process of building the house. We're going to have you pick those while we are putting your estimate together for the cost of your home. We do that for a very important reason. The biggest reason is I don't want to start building your house having numbers in for fixtures, flooring, appliances that are not realistic for what you actually want. If I'm guessing at your allowance, if I'm just plugging in a number, there's no way it's going to be right. And we're going to get into picking things out. And you're going to realize, oh, wow, that's not nearly enough money for what I want. And for us as a builder, that's, first off, those are just horrible conversations. I hate having those conversations. Nobody likes those conversations because I can plug in a number that is plenty sufficient to put plumbing fixtures in a house, but it might not be sufficient for the plumbing fixtures that you want. And that's what's important because it's your house. So we get that selection on the front end, and we have a number that we know that at the time of pre-construction, this is what you wanted in the home. So that number we know is accurate at the time of pre-construction. Now, we are not going to order those things then. We're not going to stick you with your selection that you made 4 months before we actually have to buy it, because your choices may change, taste may change. You may see something on Pinterest or on one of the TV shows or whatever that you like better, and that's great. When the time comes to actually order those things, we'll come back to you and say, all right, this is what you selected back when we were putting our numbers together. Is this still good? If it is, great, we'll order it. If not, if you want to go a different route, pick something else, we'll do that as well. But I want to make sure when we start the house, when you sign that contract, that the numbers that are in your total contract price are accurate to what you wanted for your selections. The problem that people get into is with most builders don't do that. They don't take the time to do that because it does take time, and we're asking that time of you to do that on the front end. Most builders don't do that. What ends up happening is your contract price looks great when you sign the contract, but then when you get into it and start picking things out because you had no say in setting those allowances, they're not what you want, and they're artificially low, and you wind up spending a lot more money than you thought you were going to on the front end. Now, if you had done it the way we had done it, that's what you would have paid because it's what you wanted, it's what you picked. But instead of it being a number that you knew from the beginning, and so there's no surprise and everything's okay and it's exactly what we expected, because the builder didn't have you make those choices ahead of time, you had an artificially low number going in, and then it's a lot of hard feelings and a lot of just, oh, I didn't expect that, and these are things that nobody wants to go through. So that's why we do them on the front end, so it's accurate all the way through, and you have your say in your house and you get the house that you want.